You guys, I think, ended up doing about 2,000 to 3,000 calls.
We ended up booking like 12 appraisals off the back of that.
So we got a listing in week 1.
We've had 3 listings to 6 listings and 6 sold.
I think I've listed 2 properties off the back of that.
Successfully listed property.
A couple of listings. I got a couple of listings out of that.
We listed 1.
So I've had a listing.
2 listings, a sale.
3 listings in 2 weeks.
Listed and sold 2 properties.
1 listing and sold that one.
1 listed and sold so far.
Being fresh back in the area, I really wanted to build my database back up again.
We were looking for a solution around lead creation.
Building up my database.
To sort of grow my database and nurture all the contacts that I already knew. And so I engaged K2X to sort of do that for me because I really didn't have the time to do it.
I just don't have time to.
You don't have the time.
You don't always have the time to
try and find the time.
A lot of them weren't getting called.
And getting around calling everybody is not on top of my list, yeah? So those people were being neglected.
It really opened my eyes as to how many people were sitting there in our sort of little database of ours.
And 95% of agents probably say this. My consistency with my prospecting.
Consistency. The big word is consistency.
Caught up in the day-to-day running of the business.
And then what happened there is the prospecting for new business slowed down.
Overnight, increased my appraisals. You're booking me 4 to 6 appraisals a week.
You know, added a lot of people to my database.
And again, you know, it was people that would never have called.
You got to people that we probably wouldn't have called.
And mate, straight away, the appraisals just started flying in.
So you've got me in the door. When was I ever going to speak to that person in my busy schedule?
Ultimately, my time is best spent in front of people.
So it's just like having something that's quietly operating behind the scenes, and it gets you out into the market, it gets you busy.
It's made life easier, to be honest, without the stress of, oh my goodness, what's coming in the next 6 months, because I know I've always got a ready source of pipeline there to tap into.
Really build that pipeline back up.
I saw K2X as a way to just even my business through the year, to take out the lumpiness and just get a nice even trajectory.
It just made it so much easier, not having to worry about booking those appointments, just going there focused on that.
You touch point with old clients of mine and people that I haven't spoken to for over 10 years. And it's always that fear of making that first call to the database.
I found value for money fantastic. I found it actually a lot cheaper than paying a junior agent to work in the office.
Yes, we could have employed another agent.
That we wanted to put on a staff member. So, you know, you're paying someone 50, 60 grand.
So it makes commercial sense to us as well.
Recently just went through the exercise of putting on a new assistant. That didn't work out. I think that exercise cost me probably 20K, and that's not putting in the distraction of my time in training them.
So I'm investing no time or energy doing that. K2X is doing that for me. So I signed up a 24-month agreement the other day with Cow, and I said, mate, we can just keep rolling this on literally till I retire. It's like my 4th assistant that I haven't officially put on, but he's doing the role that that assistant would do.
That was my biggest thing when I started. I wanted to know, especially if we're using my name, what was being said. We did a couple of calls between us. I was really confident in that, and the results have proven.
The scripts and dialogues are second to none.
I remember quizzing them on the dialogue around what they would say and how they'd frame it, and I was super impressed. It sounded exactly like a qualified agent.
The comfort we had with K2X was we've got a background in real estate, so you understand the business.
You've actually been in the industry, you know, and that's the massive point of difference in my opinion. And it's not someone with an accent, it's not someone calling from overseas. It sounds like you're calling from a real estate office, so that's what I love about it.
You guys have got extremely great dialogue. Having been in the real estate business, you understand the value of the relationship.
When I turn up to that meeting, it looks and feels like it was part of our business.
The part that I love most is that the people, when we're walking into their home, are actually complimenting us on our phone call.
I heard nothing but positive feedback from the owners.
We did try out another company, it just wasn't the same. The relationship with the clients just wasn't as strong. Whereas when I used you guys, if I called the client, they knew what it was about. They expected the call and they were friendly about it.
I actually had a prospective vendor say, I'd like to compliment the member of your team, Jason, that this vendor saw them as being my team. That's how seamless it was.
The best part about it, in my opinion, is the high degree of intimacy.
That's what I've loved, that personal contact with my past clients.
The conversations I've been having with people have been genuine ones and an intent to do something.
I'd strongly recommend K2X.
I'd say give it a go.
It's a no-brainer.
I think it's a no-brainer.
Just do it.
If you're fair dinkum about having a crack in this industry, you'd be crazy not to join.
Worth a value.
The return is tenfold.
Don't hesitate. It's a great investment in your business, particularly if you're time poor.
It's a great investment to be able to see the health of your database.
I would say that it's absolutely worth the return on the investment.
I think give them a go.
Definitely give them a go.
Do it. Absolutely do
Yeah.
it. Because you stop feeling guilty and your calls are getting done. Definitely do it. It takes that bit of stress away from you.
If you want to grow your business significantly and getting more doors, definitely use K2X.
If you're not using K2X, you're not making the right choice. They are easy to use, they get you indoors, and like I said, it's an absolute no-brainer.